There's the light. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Kirsten Peck, and this is my homeroom for success. If you are here, thanks for coming over. I'm glad you're here. Obviously, this is the only way you can see the video is if you're here. Obviously, that's kind of silly. But anyway, I am here because I'm hosting something called the Smart Start Challenge. And it is 31 days of brain training for high school students. It is a little bit of reading and writing every day. That's the brain training part. You have to read and think and write and actually work your brain. It's a muscle, it needs working, right? So the idea is that when you practice thinking and working and actually thinking, critically thinking and creatively thinking, your brain gets smarter and stronger, and you develop more confidence and more optimism and more ideas about what can happen in the future. And only good things can happen. And I am a high school English teacher. I usually teach freshman English. And this summer, I decided to put together a lot of my ideas from the trainings that I go to, or all the workshops, or even working with students in my classroom, and the assignments that we've done that have done really well with and really gotten students to open up and really start to think about their world and what they want in their world. So I put together all of these ideas in this 31-day workout. It's called the Smart Start Challenge, and it is a little bit of a workout. It is difficult because you do have to commit to doing something for yourself every day, and it's a habit, a good habit that you need to build and that you're working to establish. And the earlier in life that you can build this type of a habit, it's been proven by lots of people over the years that with this type of an activity, you will have a successful life, and you can have every dream that you can imagine can come true because you know how to work. You know how to work a little bit every day, and how to use resources and how to use boosters to really get ahead. And that's something that I think students missed. Either it didn't get taught in high school, or your parents didn't teach it to you, or it just didn't sink in at some point. So I put together this list of 31 days of, like I call it, almost like a guide to life, things you need to know. So I'm a high school teacher. I want to show you the things you need to know and test yourself to see how well you do and what you need to do to kick it up a notch to really bring it up to that all-star level or that champion kind of a thing, So that's why it's a challenge. I got a little sports going on here because it's a competition, and, you got to really work. You got to put in the effort, So I'm here every day because I want to introduce myself and talk about the challenge and what happens in the challenge, and obviously offer my services, my coaching services to you as a student. And, but you can get the book on your own and just follow along. This is totally cool too. So today I decided to talk about in problem solving, and how, even when you're frustrated and you're having a problem with somebody and they want something and you want something, and there's this back and forth between what's the problem, right? So on one of the days in the challenge, we talk about how there's something called common ground. And it's an idea that there is some little piece of something that the two opposite sides can agree on. And that if you can make one little step towards something that you can both agree on and find some sort of common ground, that will help you in your communications and in your thinking and working and negotiating of how to solve the problem. So this first, this back and forth. And really, before you can try to find the common ground, you really have to listen. And I'm telling you this because I just, I'm sharing life with you guys here in Homeroom because the challenge is real. This is like real life. I literally was just having a conversation with someone in a bit of a back and a forth and a disagreement. We have different opinions, and I frustrated, and I just think about this, how, not only the common ground that, yes, I'm sure when I could calm down and think about it, there's probably something that we could both agree on and kind of start to move to some understanding, right? But that I have to listen to them first. I have to really stop all the anger and all the stuff that's in my own head. Stop it. And listen to them and really hear what they're telling me and really think about it, what they say, not what I've got going on in my head and how it's wrong and it's this and it's that and it's this, right? So I just I'm having this moment, and like I said, I'm just sharing these every day with you guys. I'm not following the program day by day. I've chosen instead just to kind of talk about things as they come up because it is real life, and the only way that I'm going to be able to make some sort of understanding with this person is to be able to listen and put my own ego and my own stuff in check and my own, back off a second, be objective, be fair, listen to the person. And I put in there one of the comments at some point in the book, it says, just because someone is having a problem, don't use that as something else to use against them. And in that same thing, I'm like, no, just keep to one topic at a time, one situation, one thing that's going on. Can we find some commonality? Is there something that we can meet an understanding and be like, okay, this is at least some progress of moving forward, because it's not good to be at war. It's not productive. It's just negative and destructive. And even if you never speak to each other again, okay, that's one way to deal with it, but that's still festering out there, and that's still bad stuff that's still in the wind, and that you really do need to, I think you really do need to reconcile things and make peace. So, the only way to do that, like I said, the idea is in this breaking it down, and here I'm looking at this chart here, and I've got it as a flow chart. What's your side and what's their side, and what are their must-haves and what are your must-haves, and what's the deal breakers. There's no way I'll ever do this, and really analyzing it and breaking it down. And the only way you can really do that is if you really listen calmly to what they're saying without all of that stuff hanging over you. So anyway, so that's today's lesson. I don't know, what is this? Day 17. That's what's day 17, finding common ground. And like I said, I'm just trying to share a little bit of information every day, a little something to think about, a little something to work into your life and into what you do and how you act through your life, how you conduct yourself. So anyway, that's the basis of that. So to the wrap up here, I'm super excited. As you might have seen my video, I'm getting the materials together and I'm doing the promotion, and the launch is getting really underway. I've actually got a new website just built for the challenge. It's at smartstartchallenge.com. And that's where the challenge is going to live. My website where the coaching is askmisspeck.com, and the two websites are connected, so you can go back and forth. But I just am like, everything's growing and kicking off, and I'm just having a great time. So join me. Come get in the challenge. Reach out. Tell me how you want to get involved. I can get you the book on Amazon. You can get the coaching on my website, and you can, of course, meet me here on the Daily Homeroom for Success. So That's it. I'm Miss Peck. Thanks for coming by. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye.